Turn my back, you laughing.
I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Green Bay Packers. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 8, read. 5.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that
Go.
D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
Mike 55. Mike 50.
Let's get it.
Off the play fake. Fields. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. Well, we wanted excitement. How's that for excitement on the very first play?
Yeah, they had it in their head. They were going to test the secondary right off the bat, but they were up to the challenge, and he had a convoy in front of him. I thought he was going to bring it back all the way. Instead, they'll settle, and that's really a wrong word, isn't it? They'll settle for really good field position.
Opening minute, and already a trip to the red zone. First and 10 right at the 20.
Hey, Charlie.
First carry for James Conner. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Here we go. D.
Use your portion.
Check safety. Check 26. Check 26.
Check.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming.
No spacing.
Check nickel.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
24.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Hey, check right.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. Kelsey, the intended receiver there. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Mike 42, Mike 42. I got one. Middle. Mike 42, Mike 42.
Come on.
These two.
Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Hey, box trap.
44, Mike 44. Watch the pass.
Double bump.
Watch the pass.
On 2nd and 11 now. Roethlisberger complete to Washington. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
Let's pick it up.
Snicker.
The field.
Recon. 132 fighter. No spacing.
Rush in. Check 43.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the Packers' 10-yard line.
That. Black 20.
Check.
I smell fear in that offense.
Black is good.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They get 5 on the run, but it leaves them with a tough 3rd and goal forthcoming.
That. White 80.
Mike spoke forward.
Middle. Quarter.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Watch the run.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
Check, 55 to Mike.
Hey, back up.
55
First down.
Not today, you aren't.
Get it.
On first down, Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll find Hall. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
10 Lobo.
It's our time. It's our
Hey, Wahoo.
55 is my guy, 55.
Let go.
Looking to throw. Fields. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
Ready.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Hey, Alpha. Snap.
Operating from the gun. Fields. Throw left side complete. That's Holloway. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to find Equanimeous St. Brown, but now it's third down.
Third down and 9 yards to go.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down.
Touchdown, defense.
Under team. Ready.
From the gun, Fields. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 15-yard line. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
The first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. They've got a first and 10 at the 15.
Mike, 50.
Hey, zoom.
Watch the run, watch the run. Watch the run. 55 is Mike.
Zoom.
Operating from the gun, Fields. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this second and 9.
Team 6. Hurry. Hit it.
Second and 9 now. Touchdown, Packers! A 14-yard touchdown, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Here's a second and 2 now from the 33.
Mike spoke well. Hey, me and you all day. All day. I'm coming. 44. I'm coming after you. 44. Mike, 44. All day, punk.
Smith.
44 is the Mike.
These two.
44 is the Mike. Set the tone, defense.
Roethlisberger will throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday press it a little bit. This might be the case.
On 2nd down, it's Cohen. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Right now. Black 30.
Check, Mike 42. Oh, here we go. Oh, tight dog.
Hey, alert. Hey.
Check, 42 to Mike. Check.
Black.
Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. This is Johnson. He's got it. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for them, too.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Bravo.
Check 52.
Now his shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, check.
5.
Mike 42. Let's go.
No spacing.
2, Mike 4-2. So we got man.
On 1st down, they go right back to Cohen. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
You might be getting tired of seeing me.
Now Roethlisberger. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 24-yard line. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. He's got the 1st down inside the 10 and down to the 7-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal?
He's coming. He's at 16.
They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? 3rd and short, McKinnon. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jerick McKinnon. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Well, this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter.
Yep. Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5.
Hey, Mike 7.
The final shot before break. Fields. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught at the 20. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
And his kick is right there. It's good. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Check. Check hot route. Hot.
This is Cohen. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
They can't hang with us.
Line 55.
Off play action. Fields. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Samson Ebukam. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Let's go.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
All right, now.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail 20-13 our scores. They have it 1st and 10. Now Cohen, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 36. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. He's had his eyes on 7,000 career rushing yards, and with that last effort, he has hit that mark. What a career.
And that is the number to focus in on, because oftentimes we talk about where do they rank all time. We're not there yet. He's not knocking on the top 10 or the top 20, but over 7,000 yards in a career, fantastic.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Back to throw. Fields. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 13-yard line.
2nd and 4. It's Kelsey on the grab. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Ready, ready. Head over.
Mike, 55. Check. 50.
Hey, exit.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
Hey, check Mike. Got it.
Looking to throw. Fields. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Ryan Shazier got in that time, the first-round pick of 2014. 2nd and 11. Being chased, and the pressure gets to him again. Samson Ebukam make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Hey. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Let's go.
Off the play fake. Fields. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Samson Ebukam in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And his kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now Roethlisberger. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Preston Smith in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4.
44 is the Mike. 44 is Mike. Check. You don't want none. Give it. Pick up the ball.
No foul.
44 is the Mike.
These 2.
I got it.
Go.
44. Mike. 44.
Now Ben on 3rd and long. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
And the drive starts with a completion, left side. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
3rd down and 9.
The Packers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Fields. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Bravo. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. 65, 65.
Alert, alert.
Check 44. Check it.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And his throw's going to be incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's a first down and then some, a 32-yard pickup.
First down, Steelers.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now Ben going to give this one to Connor. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. And finding the tight end Hooper. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say,
Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Boswell for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes this
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
Look at me. Zipper. Ready?
2nd and 2. Escaping the pressure right. Gets it to Gordon. And he goes out right around the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Shoot.
Operating from the gun. Fields. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. There he goes left side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
55 is mine, guys. 55. Let's go, D. Check 4.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Watch 55. It's just me.
On 1st and 10, Fields. Throwing right, and that's complete. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The Steelers' 39-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
Topper.
Deuce. Watch twist.
Hustle, hot five.
Now Gordon. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. 4th down now after a loss of 2. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic. Creep in and affect their play.
A fourth quarter score from the Meadowlands. You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Le'Veon Bell, gotta like what he's done. Over 170 yards on the ground and a touchdown as well. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Mike 42. Mike 42, check.
44.
Cut.
Hey, Delta.
Check. 42's the Mike. Check. 42's the Mike.
You must be dreaming.
42's the Mike. 42's the Mike.
Hey, check.
No spacing.
4th down. Here's Roethlisberger. Complete. It's Johnson. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Throwing now is Roethlisberger. Finds his running back, James Conner. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Easy. Hey, echo.
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Get ready.
Double bump.
You got nothing today. You got nothing.
Hey, wahoo!
44, Mike 44. You got nothing.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It was Darnell Savage that time who was able to knock it away. They were trying to erase that deficit in one play.
They certainly were, but how about the reaction time and the instincts back deep to force the incompletion? We might need to mark this one down. We may look back and say, that was a game-saving play.
Mike Fofo.
Middle.
Come on now.
They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one.
Set up. 60 outlaw.
55. All day, baby. All day. Check 31. Check.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Dancing to his left. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Packers, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.